Alright, I think this is probably going to work the way I intend. Let's switch this back across, and we are just about ready to start. Okay, just to bring you guys up to speed, I took a little bit of time to go through my equipment just off camera a moment ago, and I've come up with a pretty reasonable Natalya's build. I say pretty reasonable. It is a little bit janky because obviously as we've been gearing up throughout the season, we've not really been working towards Natalya's build at all and trying to figure out how it plays compared with the other ones. It's a little bit weird. I've gone with Focus and Restraint. I've gone with Dawn as my secondary weapon. I've gone with Natalya's Slayer as the primary. So we're not taking the ring out of the set. Deathwatch Mantle up in the shoulders because I don't have a Mantle of Channeling spare. We've gone for Countess Julia's cameo because there's no point in us taking custom engineering on our Hellfire Amulet. Whereabouts did I put it? I think that is down there. It is. And this seems to be sort of working well. So I've got Visage of Goons in the cube. I've got Calamity in the cube, so we're casting Mark for Death on everything. That's an extra 15% damage on what we're doing. Convention of Elements, so we get spike damage. And I think this should be pretty survivable at GR55. We've got 2 Greater Rift Keystones, so we've got 1 to try out for this one, and we've got 1 to try out for the Unhallowed Essence set. Worst case scenario, we can always run another regular Guardian and pick up another couple. We're running with the Ball Companion for survivability. We're running with diamonds in our equipment for extra survivability because I am, of course, quite worried about dying. Dying would not be good. And the general plan is grenades everywhere. So we're getting the Raps of Clarity bonus. Strafing everywhere, throwing out even more grenades with the Demolition rune. Vengeance, throwing out even more, except although in this case it's Seeds that we've got, and also Dark Heart because of Visage of Goons. Rain of Vengeance, Animathea, so we're going to be dropping grenades everywhere. All of these grenades have got a chance to bounce extra because of the Hellcat Wasteguard, so the plan is to be spiking grenade damage as we go all along the way. Whew, it's going to be a little bit fun. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to jump into a Greater Rift and pick it up. And assuming this goes well, which hopefully it will, we're going to then run the Unhallowed Essence set and do exactly the same thing. So periodically dropping grenades everywhere and constantly hammering on Rain of Vengeance, which, because of Natalya's set, the cooldowns are being massively reduced. So we should be able to keep this up quite well. And as long as our kill speed is high enough, our survivability is high enough that I'm not really worried about us dying as long as we don't get trapped somewhere silly, we should be alright. So we'll run through these and we'll see how it goes. Now, it is a bit of an unusual night and a bit of an unusual time for me to start streaming, so I do apologise for that, for those who normally pick up on the live stream. To those of you who are joining at the moment, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. We are just about keeping ahead of time on this. That speed pylon will probably help a little bit, but really we want to be doing more faster. So let's see if we can't get a little bit ahead of ourselves here. I have also tweaked my streaming settings ever so slightly, so for those of you who are used to it being a little bit juttery, it should be a fair bit smoother for you now. You should be able to see something closer to what I see when I'm actually playing. Although at the moment I'm running at 130 frames per second. You should be getting at least 60 on the stream, assuming it's all going through perfectly fine. Right, it looks like we are about double time on this, the actual rift, which is kind of where I aim for when I'm doing these things. If we're going to double time, then it means that we've got enough time to actually kill the Rift Guardian when it comes along without worrying about it. Right, let's hurry on. We do actually have Vault with Rattling Roll as a little bit of crowd control for when we're going up against the Guardian, and also for a little bit of mobility as we're travelling around. But this looks like it's going quite well. Get some focus on this guy. Watch the Convention of Elements ticking round. Of course, that's in the cube. That's helping with our burst damage as it comes along. It is such a different playstyle to the Shadow set, though. That's one thing that I have to say. Given I'm used to running with the Shadow set at the moment, everything feels a little bit slower, and I don't know whether that's just because the build is a bit less powerful or because I don't have best in slot gear for everything. I mean, we have kind of put this together with a bit of spit and sawdust, as they'd say. That being said, channeling pylon means we're going to just be constantly popping all of the grenades on everything. Look at that cooldown. That is pretty damn quick. Alright, let's hurry on. In fact, no, we want to go this way if we want to carry on. Let's move on. And while the getting's good, we'll find the next big group to start killing. Awesome. Still feel like we could be killing things a little bit faster, but again, that comes down to the specific build type. Obviously, I've gone with the grenade build for this. The other option would be we could go for shade, go for plus to lightning damage skills, and just try and kill everything a lot faster. It slows down for the Rift Guardian because the rune that we picked for Rain of Vengeance is quite focused. It is a small area of effect. Okay, that is going quite well. Let's pump that. We are out of discipline though, so our mobility is going to be ever so slightly reduced while we kill these. In fact, it's probably a good time for us to stay in place and rebuild some. Wow. Really makes a big difference. Good evening, Peter. Good to have you joining for the live stream. I'm trying the GR55 different sets conquest at the moment. So we're going for Natalya's first of all, because I figured it would be the most difficult. We were obviously trying the Unhallowed Essence in multiplayer on Monday. So this is the one that I don't have any experience with. It feels a little bit weird, but sort of making it go. How are you doing this evening? Are you having a fun evening? Ooh, Power Pylon. Yes, definitely going to get that. Give me all the extra damage, please. Thank you very much. Okay, nice big pack down here. Let's get some focus on them while we've still got the extra damage from the Power Pylon. Yeah, he's going to die very quickly. Yes, I wasn't sure whether I was going to end up streaming tonight or tomorrow. But tomorrow I now have alternative plans. So I thought I'd better do this before Friday, because on Saturday morning it's going to be my birthday. And if I try this on Friday night, Murphy's Law says I'll probably end up getting myself killed. And that's not a good way to start your birthday, you know, having murdered your third Demon Hunter of the season. So I figured I'd get this this done and dusted out of the way now. And then next time I'm streaming, I can probably switch across to the Barbarian, and we can work on getting 2 sets up from that. Probably the Whirlwind set, and maybe Rayqua's set. Rayqua's set is a good fun one, and we should be able to get that to GR55 without too much difficulty. Well, it could be worse, Peter. It could be worse. I mean, just think, if I was saying very unusual things, your neighbours would be able to hear it all through very thin walls, and what would they say then? What would they say? Nah, if they've got any sense, they'll try and figure out what it is you're watching, and then they'll tune in themselves. This is, of course, being the height of entertainment for 2017. Right, let's try and keep this up high. Now, we do have Countess Julia's cameo, so we can ignore arcane damage. Which feels a bit weird, because I haven't actually worn that in a build for a long time. But it actually, obviously, ends up healing us whenever we stand in that. Alright, we'll grab these. We'll grab that. And yeah, we're on double time for this. So, I don't see any problem with us dealing with the Rift Guardian. It's your birthday on the 26th, Rydia! Oh! Well, happy preemptive birthday, because I'm probably not going to get to see you guys before the 26th. So yeah. Matron will take your pad away. Well, that's what happens if you watch YouTube while in the nursing home. See, now I'm imagining the worst kind of carry-on film, which would be like carry-on YouTubing. A new carry-on film for the modern age. I'm sure there's actually probably equivalents of that out there at the moment, but I'm not going to be searching for them. Right, we'll keep mobile and we'll keep focus on this guy. Obviously, we don't really want him to be smacking into us, but while he's oh, he totally teleported. Come on, get the cat gone. Cat is gone. Cat is gone, and that is our third set. Bonus eyes. And Bonusaurus. And Bonafide Bonus Buster. Wow, we're getting a whole bunch of those. Let's have a look. So settling for a bonus. Greater with 40 with 3 of the sets, and the others will be, of course, all of... in fact, it does only go up to 40, doesn't it? Yeah. So they're all obviously related. At this level, there's no chance of us upgrading any of these, so we may as well focus on something else. Let's go for... We could go for Pain Enhancer, we could go for Moratorium. No, let's go for the Gem of Toxin. We've already started working that up, that makes sense. Thank you very much, Peter. Hey, Wolfried, good to have you joining. We've just done Natalya set in the most kind of janky way possible. GR55. Gonna head back to town. Gonna switch across to the Unhallowed Essence. And these two are the primary things that I'm gonna be doing this evening. Full disclosure, I have had a couple of brown carbonated alcoholic beverages this evening, so I'm going to be taking it nice and carefully, and we're not going to do anything crazy. Now, the question is that the Traveller's Pledge that I had before, or is that... No, that's the one that I had before. This actually looks better. We'll put that in there, ready for another time. I'm going to keep none of these. They're all going to be sold. Good to have you all joining for the live stream anyway. It kind of feels a little bit like an elite club, actually, knowing that you guys are out there. The viewer numbers are a little bit low, so it's almost like it's your private stream. Do let me know what the quality's like. I've had some tweaks to the settings, which you may or may not have heard right at the start. So hopefully things will be coming through a fair bit smoother than they were before. Right. Let's save this. And we will switch across. We'll switch across to this. Put that down. Bane of the Trapped can go over here. And just to remind myself, we have that up. We have Fan of Knives for extra survivability. We have Vaulting. And that is to keep up the potential damage. Right, we're going to do another one. Fingers crossed we don't die. Oh, actually, I need to hand this in, don't I? Totally paying attention, totally paying attention. You can tell that I'm a professional gamer. Right, another GR55. Let's empower it because we've got the money. And we are going to keep on top of all the damage. Oh, wow. This does so much more damage than the other one. I mean, just... Admittedly, I do have better gear for this, and this is built better for it. But it makes such a difference having the right gear. Thank you very much, Keith. Really, really kind of you to say that. Alright, well, let's get the speed pile and let's step this up a gear, a notch. Not a notch. A notch would be Minecraft. A gear. Now, obviously, the trick when you're using the Hellcat Waistguard is to try and fight stuff against walls, because the grenades don't bounce through the walls. So when you get the extra bounces, everything kind of gets concentrated in place. Otherwise, you just end up flinging grenades everywhere, and it's potluck whether they actually hit anything. If your damage level is high enough, that's not really going to cause you too much of an issue. You can see I'm like pummeling through those guys. But most of that is down to the fact that we are well overpowered. It does give you kind of like an ideal engagement range if there's no walls around though. So this, probably ideal because the number of bounces when things actually get hit, they end up taking maximum damage. Maximum damage being a technical term, of course. Get right into the middle of that just as it goes. Man, this is desaturated land, isn't it? It's like low quality horror film. Either that or flashback land. You know, like any TV show or film where they're trying to demonstrate that something happened in the past. They always desaturate it massively, just so you know it's not happening right this second. Do they completely disappear when they hit walls? Because I thought I saw them bouncing back. I know that they disappear when they hit walls, as in like a waller's walls, but I thought in a corner they carried on and exploded. Am I wrong with that? I might be wrong with that. I'm never going to claim to be the fount of all knowledge. I mean, all I can go on is my own personal confirmation bias related experiences. And quite often, you'll do something and you'll spot the ones that you want to spot and you won't see the ones that you don't want to look at. It's the worst thing when you're trying to work with a limited data set and you don't actually have full accurate records. Either way, this is going quite quickly. Is my channel in the Russian segment? The hell? That makes absolutely no sense. I mean, technically Russia is in Europe, and that's about as much as I've got. I mean, Russia spans part of Europe. I'm in London. There's no reason for this to be in the Russian segment. Although it is quite popular with some Russians. So it could just be because I get some Russian viewers and they enjoy it. That's always a possibility. Yes. Technically speaking, there is a difference between walls and walls, but whether the game recognizes that difference, I don't know. Okay, this is definitely showing that it's not bouncing. So, Wolfried, you are entirely right. I was mistaken. I was so mistaken. So, you don't want to be fighting in a corner. So now we can move on to pop culture references. Well, old pop culture references. Nobody puts the Grenadier in a corner. Cool. Well, glad you could join for the stream, Grave Reaver. Also, awesome nickname. Absolutely love it. It must be quite late over in Russia at the moment. Pushing 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Right. Let's see if we can get this guy going ahead of time. Face tanking all the way. Raziel is down. So that takes us up to 4. Right, we'll grab all of these and head back to town. Ooh, 2:54 a.m. That is quite late / early, depending on which way. Oh wait, hang on, I need to do the gems. I'm so eager to hand it in. And also, Urshi was hiding around the corner. Right. Okay. Now we head back and hand this in. Cool. Right. We are going to ID all of these. Now, I could switch across to the Barbarian right now. But I think I'll probably... Ooh. Well... Hang on. Natalya's site. Has more dexterity on it. And we could re-roll the vitality up. And it's got control reduction. That's actually a better one. We will hold on to that. In fact, we can just put that straight in there. And we will salvage up the old one. Kreml can go. Death Diggers can go. Raven's Wing can go. Khaleesi's Point can go. Grandfather can go. They can all go. I could move across to the Barbarian right now. But I think what we'll do is we'll switch back to the Impale set and we'll carry on doing some impaling. I will very quickly move to the Barbarian so I can spend these blood shards. Wait, hang on. Let's salvage that. Oh, thank you very much, Grave Reaver. It's really kind of you to say that. I stream on Monday evenings, guaranteed. So you might catch me just about then. Otherwise, it's randomly whenever I've got free time. So whenever you're free, join for the stream, join the live chat. Everyone's friendly here, and I look forward to, I guess, seeing you in the future. Right, let's switch across to our Barbarian very quickly, and we will try and get some of that Whirlwind set sorted. Oh wow, it's been a while since we've actually used Sir Spike a lot. In fact... He is level 70, so yeah, let's just jump in. Have a very good night, Grave Reaver. Alright, so we're going to have to put a hell of a lot of Paragon points in here. Resource cost reduction, life per hit, area damage, gold find. Over here, movement speed. We do want maximum... No, we'll do 50-50. There we go. These are going to go in cooldown reduction, of course. Critical hit chance, attack speed, and then critical hit damage. Because we want the attack speed to be super, super high. Resist all armor, life, and then life regen. Okay, where were we with our equipment? We had these. We had the Gauntlets of the Wastes, and we had a little bit of Raycors. Oh my god, we don't have much at all. So, let's start with Helms. Well, the Immortal King's Triumph is good. It's not what we wanted. We want Raycors or the Wastes. Man, that's a big no. A big fat no. Well, we'll hold on to this. And we'll salvage up the rest. Ooh, so, Rydia, I believe it determines ahead of time what kind of thing it gets identified as. So you could get a Witch Doctor belt on your Barbarian and pass it across to your Demon Hunter and it'll still be a Witch Doctor belt. I think that's the way it works. We're going to put that in there. Because that is nice and sensible. Bane of the Stricken we can upgrade. Yeah, that one's already got Pain Enhancer. Oh my god, we're using Blackthorns. That is very bad. Where is the Dovu Energy? In fact, Countess Julia's cameo would... No, we want strength-based amulets. There's a whole lot of stuff that we need for this character. Okay, so having a look at what we've got. Warcry, Wrath of Berserker, Ignore Pain... We could run a regular rift just to see how survivable and killable we are. I know it's only a normal one, but this is just a reminder for me more than anything. And I suspect we're going to be pretty solid as far as things go. Oh my god, yeah. So we can definitely up it. Definitely up it. I'm going to run one of these and then I will switch back to the Demon Hunter, just so that we're not mixing up the classes too much. But hell, I mean, this is incredibly easy. I wonder why I had it on normal. I must have had it on normal because I was trying the Speed Racer. That'd be what it is. That makes sense, actually. It's been so many weeks since I've actually picked up the Barbarian. Oh my god. So scaring in video games. I play on hardcore because I like those little terrifying moments where everything goes wrong. So I will always be a little bit scared that I'm going to lose, well, the work that's gone into a character, I suppose. For want of a better way of putting it. Right, we'll grab this. We are, of course, getting a few death threats from this, but nothing massively special. Grab those. Ooh, two-handed mighty weapon. That'd be the Gavel of Judgment, I think. Certainly looked like it. And this should be enough to bring on the Rift Guardian. Well, I wasn't expecting that to be particularly challenging. Let's head back to town. We'll hand this in, and then we will come back as a Demon Hunter. So nice and solid. Not particularly challenging. Leave that. I'm going to put the difficulty up now before I forget about it for next time. Let's move it straight to Torment. In fact, let's move it to Torment 5. I'm just going to jump very quickly into one of the rifts just to see if that's crazy, crazy, crazy stupid, and then potentially run away. But, well, no, then definitely run away because really I want to be playing the Demon Hunter this evening. So, first mob, first mob, first mob. Because I pulled the belt off to give to the Demon Hunter. That's the main reason. So, as soon as the Demon Hunter really started pushing, that is survivable good. I pulled all the good equipment off here and off the Templar as well. So the Templar's got next to nothing. And I, of course, need to transfer it back across before we start running the Barbarian properly. But I took the sash of knives that he was wearing and gave it to the Demon Hunter. And I was just like, yep, totally fine. Okay, let's switch back to Vengeance. Poor Exploder Face. We do miss you. And we'll run some more Greater Rifts and, I guess, push up some of our other gems. So, let's switch back to the Shadow set. In here, we drop that off. We drop this off. Fortress Ballista can go in there. And let me just make sure this is all nice and clear. We do have spare Greater Rift Keystones, so let's just jump straight on. Maybe we don't. Alright, we're going to do a regular Rift then. I'm afraid I can't speak Russian. I'm really sorry, Grave Reaver. I would love it if I could. I would love it if I could speak so many languages. Thankfully, most of the people that sit around in live chat are awesome at translating things. And there's someone from Bulgaria that can speak Russian, and periodically he stops in and translates things for me. But no, my language skills are limited, incredibly limited, embarrassingly limited even. No, I'm afraid I speak English. I speak some programming languages, And I also speak a lot of BS, but that's about it. Bad puns, good jokes, good humour. And that's what you'll get here. Right, give you a stab. Oi, no, hey, come back. There we go. I dislike it when they teleport away and actually like manage to hide safely. Always feels like it's bad form. Ooh, I didn't even see that one. So totally paying attention. That's what I'm doing. Right. I'm gonna head down this way. See, what I need is I need an auto Google Translate so I can get really bad translations of everything that people say. Knowing my luck, it would end up translating American into different variants of English, which would be funny, but not particularly helpful. Oh, mate, I'm just a simple man as well. Give me some fun, give me some jokes. Give me a couple of beers and I will be quite happy. Now, for those of you who are watching live, there is going to be a small change coming up for my channel. In that I've picked up a copy of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So at some point in the future, I'm going to be streaming that as well. And just as a pre-warning, I am terrible at it. I had one match the other night, which went alright, and every other match since then, I think it was like beginner's luck. Every other match since then, I have had my ass handed to me. It's been painful, but also really fun. I mean, I love it as a game. It is loads of fun to play. I just need to get my technique dialed in. And some of that's about learning where to find stuff. Some of it's about being able to identify items without reading them. I'm kind of getting a bit better with that. Some of it's about learning all the keys and how to approach different situations. But tactically, it is so much fun. And then you die because you made a mistake. So I'm really liking the learning curve, but I am so bad at it. Absolutely terrible. Another thing, my brother's already given me a birthday present. He's given me a copy of RimWorld. For those of you who don't know what RimWorld is, it's a top-down base building thing, I suppose. Kind of on the vein of Dwarf Fortress and other roguelikes, where you've got little characters represented. And you have crash-landed on a sci-fi-esque planet in the far future. And you need to mine out resources, build some shelter, get your people survivable, manage their morale, and all kinds of other fun things. And yes, the shadow build is incredibly busy. Right, let's get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. So I'm going to be streaming that at some point in the future as well. It looks like it's a hell of a lot of fun. I've watched people play it in the past. And I always thought I wanted to have a go at it. I enjoyed Dwarf Fortress, and I've enjoyed other similar games. So it is right up there with things that I would enjoy. Ooh, Magus, I think you can, but I don't think it's really practical. So the Shadow set is already increasing my Vault damage. With Vengeance, it's being increased as well, but probably the best bet would be a Legacy of Nightmares build, I think. I don't know specifically which items can boost that any further, but yeah, it's kind of difficult. It would be difficult to make it work effectively. Right, we're going to jump straight in at a GR70, because we've done them before with this character. We should be fine. Fingers crossed we're going to be fine. Obviously, we are looking for the big mobs to kill. Because that is where the progression is. Think you can hide behind a wall? No, you can't hide behind a wall. I see all, I kill all. And I've just used up all my discipline like a complete fool. I should be ignoring these. I've spent too long playing other builds. Right. Let's get back in the swing of it. Where is my next thing to kill? Give me something to kill. No. Definitely the shadow build that I've got at the moment is much better set up than all the others. Right, that went quite well. Let's head back to take out the spiders. Oh, actually, they're just regular spiders. I'm sorry, Grave Reaver. I don't quite understand what you mean by that. Unfortunately, because the Greater Rifts take up a fair bit of my attention, I will be in the middle of something and I will lose track of where I was, both in my conversation and also what was going on. Very, very, very easy to lose track because I want to make sure that I don't die. So if I kind of lose my way, if I go off at a tangent, I do apologise for that, but that's kind of going to be the nature of the way I stream and play. That, and you'll just get random thoughts coming out of my brain as they come, so sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense anyway. Hey, Garrigan 673. Hey, Oodaloop. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. So far this evening, we've done the Unhallowed Essence set at GR55. We've done Natalya's set at GR55. So now, the only thing we need for that final conquest is the Barbarian. I'm rounding out the rest of this evening doing the Impale Shadow set. But this evening's gone alright so far. Oh, awesome, Wallafreed. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Do you know how many hours there are in the new Zelda game? Like, obviously there's going to be like a bajillion side quests, but is there an expected playtime on it? Because I always wonder with new games that come out, how much you actually get for your money. And a lot of it is just about the amount of playable hours in a game. Some games like Battlegrounds, it's infinitely replayable as long as you don't get bored. But ones that are story-driven like that, it's pretty much down to how much gameplay is there for a standard person. Thanks a lot, Oodaloop, and definitely, as soon as well, you may have to wait a little bit for it. The rebroadcast of this is going to come after the Monday Night Gaming ones gets set up, so it'll probably end up being the weekend, actually. On the plus side, I'm probably not going to be streaming on Saturday, because Saturday's my birthday, so it'll be something to fill the time then. On the downside, it means you have to wait, I'm afraid. Just so that there's no huge gaps in what gets published on the channel, I'm afraid. To those of you who are joining for the live stream, welcome. I hope you're having a really fun evening. I am absolutely rocking it tonight. We've done 2 full sets up to GR55, which brings us to a grand total of 4. So we are well on our way to the final season conquest, and that is all that we actually need for the last season journey bit. Ooh, okay, that was a brown trouser moment. We'll throw that in there with the existing ones. That was because I took the time to look across and read chat and I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Very bad, very dangerous. We'll pretend that didn't happen. It was actually the shock of the screen turning red that made me look back. Oh, thank you very, very much. I mean, that's not entirely what birthdays are about, that everyone likes hugs and embraces on their birthday. 81 hours, 159 hours completionist. Awesome. That does sound like pretty good value for money. And anytime you're launching a new console type, you want the main draw, the main attraction, to be something that is going to get people playing it. They always take their time over Zelda games to make sure that they are worthwhile, and that sounds awesome. No. I'm a straight arrow. But obviously this stream is mostly PG. I don't want it to be too R-rated. And also I don't want to be disrespectful. Right, we'll get you stabbed down. Battling roll through you. Well, that was unexpected. I mean, we're perfectly fine, but that was like a final blast just as he went out. Let's... I could carry on pushing these, but I think... What are we using at the moment? We're using Esoteric. I think we're going to carry on pushing up the Gem of Toxin. There we go. I'm sorry, Grave Reaver, I don't know quite what you mean by simply please. Right, we will go through these. So, Ancestor's Grace might be useful given I've got a penchant for dying. And the rest of these can all get... Ooh, well, no, Roland's Determination, that can go. I thought for a moment it was one of the Barbarian sets, but no, it is not. Okay, put those in, and we're going to jump into another one. Well, most probably on my actual birthday, I'm going to have a nice relaxing day. I'll probably play some games offline. I'll have a cake, I'll watch some films, it'll be good. And then on the Sunday, there's a Comic-Con in London, so I might pop along to that. I've got some friends that have got a stand there. So it'll be pretty nice, and I will be seeing my girlfriend at some point over the weekend as well. Probably for the entire weekend if I'm lucky. Let's pop into another GR70. Either way, I am looking forward to the entire thing. It's been a long time since I've had a 3-day weekend, and it's a bank holiday in London. So as well as being my birthday, I get that as an advantage. Back over here just a little bit. Right. All your stabbing is done. No, I'm afraid I don't understand that, mate. If I get time afterwards, I might try and translate it after the stream, but I am very limited in my language capabilities. Just as a reminder, if you are enjoying the live stream, do remember to hit the big thumbs up button. I'm not going to keep saying that throughout the stream tonight like I do all the other times. After watching the footage back, I do find it tends to grate. I end up doing it about every 15 minutes because I forget whether I've done it or not. So I'm going to try and cut down on that. I don't want to be an internet beggar. But if you are having a good time, then the stream is here for you. I mean, subscribe if you haven't already. Like it if you have enjoyed it. And, yeah. Join me now and in the future and enjoy what we're doing. My main objective for this season, I haven't actually mentioned that this stream yet, is to get a Primal Ancient. We've, of course, made it up to GR70 solo. So we're in a position to get one. We just haven't found one yet. I sometimes do it with the camera, sometimes do it without the webcam. If you're talking about my wonderful face that's on the stream, I find it adds a little bit so people can see my reactions, especially when I get to dangerous points where I'm about to die. So the camera's going to be staying. Come on. Get him killed before he attacks us. There we go. Right. And we can head on down this way. There is the way on. Let's move on. Ah, how convenient. He's put the wall around us, giving us a nice cozy murder hole for him. Thank you very much. It's very, very kind of you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Okay, let's find this dude. That's the one we want. Come on, quick. Nice. Get it killed before we get hit by the damn annoying frost blast thing. Hey, Stinger Steelers, good to have you join for the stream. Welcome back. Just to recap what we've done so far, we've done the Unhallowed Essence to GR55, we've done Natalya set to GR55, and now I'm just winding out the last of the evening with some regular shadow sets. It's been good fun so far. One or two brown trouser moments, but generally speaking, it's gone pretty smoothly. The Natalya set I'm not that good with, partly because we don't have brilliant equipment for, but also I'm so used to the other play styles. Unhallowed Essence set is pretty much exactly the same as the Marauder set for the way I end up playing it, so that worked fine. Impale / Shadow set I've gotten used to, so that's fine. Natalya set is weird. It's like, move to a new area, get an explosion of grenades going. Move to a new area, get an explosion of grenades going. And I've just not got that down. I've not worked out if I need more damage reduction, if I need more damage output. It all feels a bit wrong. Oh, we're going to move on from them. No thank you. No thank you indeed. In fact, you know what? Let's come up here. Vengeance! Right. We're going to move way away from those dervishes. Because I do not want to stab myself in the face. Right, Rift Guardian time. Ah, he's going to go down so quickly. Let's come through to this side, just to make it a bit better. Alright. Grab, 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 grab. Points are going to go into the Gem of Toxin. So I'm currently working up the blood shards, so that I can switch back to the barbarian. Ooh, actually, let's head off before this guy hits us. Oi! No. So I can switch back to the barbarian and gamble for them. Garrigan 675. While we're IDing that, we'll put that in there. Let's see what we get. Shadows heals, Fulminator, blah blah blah. Yeah, and Rogar's huge, so nothing particularly amazing there. So we'll salvage all these up. I am going to switch back to the Barbarian very quickly, and we'll do a little bit of gambling. I'm unlimiting Phalanx. I mean, that would be kind of cool if we were doing a Crusader, but we are not. Drop, drop, drop. Okay, so now just a little bit of logistics before... Wow. That is quite a disparity, Walfried. This is probably going to be the last thing I do before I finish for the evening, so I don't think we're going to do any more rifting, but we might do one with the Barbarian just for fun. But let's start with helmet. Raycors. Alright, it's a start. So with 2 bits of Raycors set, we've now got a beginning. Let's say a beginning. We'll put that in up there for the moment. I think I'm just going to salvage that down. Where is the barbarian bits? Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'll keep it there for the moment. So we still want helmet for the waist set, of course. So helmet. Nope. All right. Let's go salvage these up. Skull of Resonance is pretty nice, but it's not what we need. That can just go. Gavel of Judgment can just go. We'll put these points in. One there, and one there. Now, I could do belts, actually, and hope for... Because there's 2 different belts that we need. We need Lamentation and Pride of Cassius, I think. So, yeah, let's have a look and see if we get either of those. That's a big fat no. Alright, do we have the materials to do some upgrades? 69, we could do a couple. We might get lucky. So, upgrade. Well, it's not the one that we wanted. Upgrade. That's not the one that we wanted. And we don't have enough for another one. Well, for the moment, we may as well put on Razor Strop, but that's not brilliant. Let's salvage up the rest, and then I think we'll do a Greater Rift with this character, just to spin around and see how things go. So salvage. I'm going to hold on to the Immortal Kings. That can actually go with the other bits of the Immortal Kings. We've actually got more of the Immortal Kings than we've got of anything else. That's the sad thing. We could potentially re-roll that into another bit. What else have we got? We got... these are reasonable. Focus and Restraint we do want to be on eventually, but these will do for now. So, Greater Rift is not going to be at that level. No, sorry. Let's go for a 22. Because this will tell us how survivable we are. This seems to be about right for our current power level. Man, that is sad. Having to do a GR22. I mean, of course, we've got more chance of having good drops for the Barbarian in doing this. But it is so sad. It is so sad. Right, let's let some of our stuff regen. In fact, we could probably put this up to Torment 6. Looking at how survivable we are and how things are dying. And of course, none of our legendary gems are ready for proper use. We could swap across for the ones from our other character. And I think when we start really pushing this, we will do that. But for the moment, we can just spin around and enjoy taking in some of the scenery. Yeah, we could definitely up the difficulty. Right, let's move on. The spider legs are a previous season. I think it was season 9. One of the rewards gave you Andariel's wings, which are those huge legs coming out. So you can't actually get them at the moment. They may reintroduce them at a future season point, but I can't guarantee that in any way, shape, or form. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. For a moment, we had a huge lag ping. Wasn't the season 9 one like the little thumper dude? You know, he's made of stone and he's all yours. I don't actually remember because season 9 and the rewards for it were so long ago in my mind. Yeah, the stone guy. I thought so. Let's get him out actually. This guy. There we go, Rocky. Da 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 da. Right. Power pylon, that's gonna certainly speed up the last bits of this. Just murder through everything really quickly. Grab, grab, grab. Anyone up here? Yeah, we'll kill you as well. He is absolutely lovely. It's such a shame that they only just introduced seasons to console. I would have thought when they were doing the console port, they would have moved everything across at the same time. From my brain point of view, it would have made sense to keep like the code base for everything identical. You know, just have controller support in there, but just disabled on PC and things like that. But apparently, it's completely coded up to be its own thing, which is, yeah, a perfectly fine way of doing development, just not what I would have expected. Mighty weapon, Bane of the Trapped. Well, that's all okay. So we're gonna carry on putting. Actually, I suppose I could swap that over for the other Gem of Ease even. We're gonna carry on putting points into the Gem of Toxin at the moment. In fact, no. Let's do our Pain Enhancer, because we are way too low level to not be doing that. There we go. Yeah, I agree, Trent. I can imagine. Right, let's have a look at this. And it's Ambo's Pride. Well, Ambo's Pride is quite a nice one. We're not going to use it. But for the extra bleed that goes with Pain Enhancer, it is pretty damn cool. I think that is actually going to be it for me. I've been going for about an hour and I need to sort out some things and go to bed because it is late and I am tired. But thank you so much for joining for this stream, everyone. It's been absolutely awesome having you along. And yeah, I'm probably not going to be streaming again until Sunday, maybe Monday. Again, just because I've got my birthday coming up over the weekend, so I'm going to be off camera. But there will, of course, be the regular scheduled videos going live. If you have enjoyed this, then do let me know. And I will see you next time for more Diablo 3. See you soon.